Okay, finally, I can get myself together, man. Jeez. All right, y'all. Let me see. Hopefully, I don't have to take my Wi-Fi off. Hey, y'all. What is going on? Welcome to episode 20 of I Was Her. I got a shout out to my girls in Power Up. I know y'all are living y'all best lives together. I miss you guys. I hope you guys can watch this all together wherever you are. And y'all, man, it's episode 20. I'm so excited about this. A little nervous, but I'm nervous. I'm nervous, but I'm happy. I'm excited. That's a good nervous. But yes, it's 20 episodes in. I could cry right now. 20 episodes. So I'm so excited for this, y'all. And you guys have submitted questions. Some of y'all submitted some questions I ain't going to even act like I'm just not going to ask because they're irrelevant. But there's some good questions in this. So I'm really, really excited about tonight's episode. I really, really am. And again, for the people that don't know how this goes, how this is or what it is, basically, I Was Her. The show is you guys write me. You DM me. Start the DM with I Was Her. I'll answer it. If you're DMing me or you're submitting on my story, you can't submit on my story anymore. That's over with. But you can still DM me. So as we're going along, I'm going to continue to answer the questions that I see popping up. But this is I Was Her. And it's all about like owning where you're from, owning where you're at, being transparent, and being honest, okay? So I'm excited about it. Jaleesa, I saw your question, okay? I'm going to see if I can get to it. Okay, so anyway, I have a special guest, the game, which I think is going to be interesting because a lot of people were like, man, I don't know how this is going to work. Y'all are so different. I don't know. We might not be that different. I don't know. We might be. Who knows? But I'm excited. I'm really excited to see how this goes. But I'm looking at the questions now. Hold up. Okay, yeah. I'm going to see which one I'm going to start with first. Let me see. Wait, hold on. Let me see. I'm going to see which one. No, I ain't going to answer that one. I'm going to see which one is going to be the first question. I'm going to hit y'all with the headline. I got my glass of wine. By the way, I do. So you guys should have it as well. Some of y'all be asking questions to be messy. And you know I'm not going to ask. Like, I'm not going to ask those questions. Like, I'm just not. That's not what this is all about. Y'all were asking me questions about different people from different walks of life. This is what this is all about. So that's what we going to do. We going to ask questions. So anyway. Gosh. Okay. Okay, I'm going to start with this one. It's a small question, but, you know, it's a good one. Hold on. Let me see. Request to join. Game, you on here? Let me see if you on here. I'm going to have to see if I find you on here. Let me see. Hold up. Maybe you don't want to be called Game. Maybe you want to be called, like how I want to be called Sam. Okay, well, maybe he's not on yet. All right, well, I don't know. Maybe he is. Dang, I don't have the text capability right now. Somebody add him. Well, somebody add him. I don't know. But let me see. I don't know. I can't do that. I'm on the phone. Hold up. Let me see. Goodness, I am not typing fast at all today, y'all. What the heck? I'm just not doing it as fast as I need to be doing this. Okay, I'm just going to do this. Hold up. I don't know. Send it to his... Wait, what? No, hold on. Yeah, there we go. Where he at? Anyway, so he gonna be on shortly, but y'all don't be calling out. I already said that this is my 20th episode. Of course I'm nervous. Duh. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, nonetheless, use the arrow. How do you use the arrow? Oh, I don't even know how you use the arrow. No, I think he's here now. All right. Let's go. All right, y'all. Well, I already got my first question, so. That's sweet.
What up? What up?
What's going on?
Oh, all right. I see you. You got the Gloria Stefan here. What? How you say her name?
Gloria Stefan.
Gloria Stefan.
I had to bring it out. I had to bring out my roots. I had to really bring it out tonight. This is my 20th episode.
Yeah, that's smooth. 20. That's a dub. I like that. Congratulations.
Thank you. All right, so you ready for this?
I'm ready for whatever. You already know.
Okay, so I have gotten literally y'all, I've never gotten this many questions for anybody. This was so many questions.
It's when you talking about Jayceon, you talking. You know what I'm saying?
So would you rather me call you Jayceon, or you want me to call you, how you want me to refer to you?
All you got to do is read the comments down there. You know
okay, the comments.
It's Jayceon's everywhere down there.
Jayceon. Okay. Jayceon. I like that.
Yeah, but don't say it like a 5th grade school teacher. Like you did something to somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I won't. I'm gonna say it like, okay.
Just chill, let it flow. You know what I'm saying?
Let it flow. I gotta let it come out the right way. So they say it in the comments. They definitely call your whole government. Okay, I got it, y'all. I got it. I understand. Okay. All right. So the first question is, can a man be in the game and remain faithful?
You know what it is. I'm gonna just dive right in. I think that it's possible, but there are levels. There are levels to getting there. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I just feel like, you know what I feel like? I'm gonna just jump out here and say this. I feel like every man in his 20s, like every man and women too, deserve to live their 20s without judgment, because you're growing. You like, if you're 25, 7 years ago, like you had school books in a backpack. You know what I'm saying? And like, so, and men, we mature at a way slower rate, almost 10 years behind you guys. So I think that a man needs to develop like the skills, like the faithful skill. Especially if he in the industry. You just got to get to a point like where I am now. Like where I am now, I wasn't 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like I'm at a point now where it's like, finally, I feel like I want to be somebody's husband. I want some consistency. I want a woman. I want the same woman. I get tired of I got some friends out there. They go on vacation with their wife, and it's always the same woman. They're making memories, and then you see it on your Instagram. You get a little jealous. Like, they got a picture in Cancun, and they got a picture in Tulum, and they got a picture in Maldives, and then they got their wedding photos. You can't really even take pictures too much with 2 girls, let alone 3, 4, 5, or you're gonna look crazy. And if you a player, you know what I'm saying, or whatever that is, you take a picture of one chick, you lose one. You know what I'm saying? Or you might lose whatever. So it's like you got to get to a point where your maturity has to it has to just overflow your temptation. You got to get to that point. And what I'm saying is that at 41, almost 42 years old, and I know it's been a long road, but I'm here. So to answer your question, in short, would just be, it just takes time, but it's possible.
Do you think you'd be faithful now with what you desire?
Like today.
Today. I'm talking about today.
Today, I'm very much capable of being a A1 faithful boyfriend, fiance, partner, anything. Yeah, I think that I'm here. But again, the bodies that it took to get here was, I'm not proud of that. I'm not proud of that. But I definitely,
the body for me to get.
Look, I definitely
the lives that it took to get here. Okay, go ahead.
The lives that were claimed on the way. Crazy. But you know what? It was like I think I get a bad rap. A lot of people just think like, oh, Game, he hard, he mean, like if you get to know me, like every woman that I've had, like a sexual relationship with or I dated in the past, even both of my kids' mom, like everything is cool and civil. If I see you, it's gonna be a hug or a pound, or we can sit down and still eat or talk, or like just it's cordial, it's cool. No one's mad at me for anything that I've done. We've only understood that we weren't for each other and we moved on, whoever it was.
Okay, well that's cool. That's great though that you guys have gotten to that place,
Hmm.
or have always been at that place.
Yeah, all of us.
Yeah, that's. I mean, you said all. What do you mean all of us?
I'm just saying no, because I said on my way to where I am now, like I dated.
Right, you did your thing. Okay, I got you. So everybody, you're cool with everybody.
Everybody, there's no woman out there that's mad at me for like I ruined her life or I did this or I did that. Because I was like, I've always been like a really, really good person to people. You know what I'm saying? I believe in that. I strongly believe in that.
And are you honest? Like, do you be honest? Like, listen, I'm out here and I'm doing my thing, so this is where I'm at right now. Do you say that?
I've been honest for maybe like since.
So,
Yo, hold on. Hey, don't do me like that, Sam. Lock it.
Yo,
Yo, I came here on episode 20 to be honest. So I want to be honest.
I love it though. I do.
I
like it.
I am like since COVID came in, I've been really 100% honest. Like, yeah, and it's not because of COVID, but that's my timeline, right? So for the last like 2 years of my life, I've been brutally honest. Like from the beginning, I know if it's not going to work, and so I don't even entertain it. So there's nothing to lie about because we're not getting past the front door because I don't want to do you like that. If you're not for me, you're not for me, and this lunch dinner date is only going to last as long as we're here, and you're not going to know until the communication stops that it wasn't, it ain't us. You feel me?
Right. No, I hear that. I respect that. I really do appreciate that, the honesty part. Somebody asked, how do you make your man trust you after you've been lying for a while? So I guess, have you ever been lied to by a female?
Oh, hey, yo.
I don't know.
Y'all. Hey, women. And number one, let's talk about why women lie. A woman would only lie if she was like scared of like your masculinity. Maybe you are like aggressive, and so she has to like so that you don't go get rough with her. Like some niggas are out there doing the craziest shit to women. I don't condone it. That shit is trash. But that's one reason. Another reason is because women are just like they be lying. Women lie, man. Like women lie. They lie. And when women lie, it's way worse because men do it so goddamn often that it's normal. But when a woman is deep rooted and there's something behind it, and if a woman has to lie, the relationship is over.
I think that, I used to lie a lot in my relationships.
But why though?
Because here's the thing, I used to cheat a lot in the past. It's true. I'm on it. Hold
on. Wait. What do you mean?
I'm redeemed now, though. Now I'm good. I used to be. I'm not that anymore. I really.
Hey, yo, how I gave you my timeline? What's your timeline of like when you stopped cheating from like to now?
Okay, so I stopped cheating when I got married.
But so here's the thing about that. That is the perfect time to. No, but I'm serious. Like if there's ever a time where you're gonna stop cheating, it should be when you're married. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that. I do.
And look, and a lot of people are not gonna like this. They don't like it when I say it, and when I've said it in the past to my friends, family, whatever. I don't think, and I'm about to get like bop bop bop. They about to shoot it up in here. I'm here. Wait, hold
on. Oh, don't freeze the thing. Okay, what'd you say?
Hold on, I think I'm coming back.
Okay.
Yeah, now you know how those messages at the top of the screen, I clicked one on accident. Now I can't see myself. You can see me?
I can see you.
All right, perfect. I can't see myself, but I'm beautiful. So look, what I was saying is that, no, wait, what the hell? I lost my train of thought because somebody DM'd me and I actually tried to throw it away and then I clicked it. So let's bring me back up to speed.
So I was saying that I stopped cheating when I got married. I was 28.
Oh, so yeah, what I was going to say is that I think that if you're not if you haven't sat down with your partner, been really like communicative and like really had like talked about what it is you're doing, and you're just boyfriend, girlfriend, no one's cheating on you. Because if you're not in a relation, if you're not living with your partner or in a serious relationship and you haven't discussed these things with your partner, like I mean, tell your boyfriend, I do not want to be cheated on. I'm not down with that. If you're gonna be with me, I'm the only one. If you haven't done that, and don't just expect nobody just to not cheat. Like you got to communicate. That's the problem. Nobody wants to communicate these things, but everybody wants to get mad.
Exactly, that's true.
So if you haven't, if you're not married, engaged, or in the type of relationship where you have communicated what will make you, what will piss you off, or what you do not like, what your dislikes are, what are deal breakers for you, and what you love, you can't be mad when someone doesn't do that. We can't read people's minds out here, and
100%.
no one. Everybody want to, everybody, like, you can't be in a relationship, like, want to be in a relationship, a serious relationship, and then be on Instagram talking about you about to have a hot girl summer. Is it?
That's fair. That is fair. That's true.
Where is the, like, is there such thing as a hot couple summer? Like, are we doing that? Or is it just hot boy, hot girl, we go our separate ways? What, like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, that's true. Yeah, that's true. I know, but I feel that, I think that for me, when I was cheating, for me, I had this mistrust of men that I really had to work through. Right. Like, I really had to go into therapy and really work through, because I think I just never wanted to put all my eggs in one basket for the fear of, if I did, I would get hurt by it. But now, like, that came with insecurity. I was insecure. I know I was insecure. I was an insecure. I didn't have as strong a relationship with God. I wasn't where I needed to be to really be with somebody. I shouldn't have been with anybody if I was going to be working and moving that way, and I should have been honest. But once I kind of started owning my stuff and sitting in that seat and allowing somebody to, like, peer into my blind spots and really, like, work on me, I was no good for nobody until I got married. Like, at that point, I was at a place where I could really be honest and faithful and loyal. And if things weren't going well, I wasn't looking to the escape route. I could really rock with somebody. So, like, now I feel like I'm more than ready. Because I mean, I've been that way for a long time now, but at that time I wasn't good for nobody. I was insecure. You know
what? That is, like, I would love to ask you how you got to this point where you're just so honest. Like, I think that right now, for me, you just being, I've never even heard a woman, like, be dishonest about, like, not just honest, but, like, honest about, like, infidelity and cheating and just owning up to that. Like, you don't, like, men or women, like, people don't own up to it. I've gotten to a point in my life now, I'm at a point where, like, I'm just taking my faults, and if someone recognizes something in me that is not, doesn't seem like it's strapped down, please let me know so I can wake up tomorrow and, like, do better. Like, I want people to tell me these things. I want to be in a relationship with someone that I can communicate with, that we are best friends. And here's another thing. I feel like if you're in a relationship with someone and that's not your best friend, you guys wasting time.
Period.
And because I can guarantee you that relationship is going to come to an end one day. If it's not your best friend, if this is not the person who like knows your jokes and can read your mind and stuff like that, it's probably not the person for you. And you should really go find your soulmate. But a lot of people don't want to be honest with themselves. For men, it's probably, the sex is good, the head is good, let me stay. But you know damn well that you was raised on, like, home cooking, but your woman can't cook, but now you mad because she don't cook like your mama. But, like, what are we doing here? Let's understand who we are as a person. Right. To be happy in a relationship, you have to be good with yourself first. You got to be 100 with yourself. Nobody wants to look in the mirror and check themselves, but everybody wants to go out and get, someone who's perfect. But are you perfect, though? And not are you perfect for someone else? Are you perfect for yourself?
For yourself, 100%.
Right.
I agree. I think that there's too many women that's focused on the next. They don't focus on themselves. They don't do their own work. They can't take criticism.
Right.
How did I get to this place? Like, my place of honesty is that I feel like I don't want anybody. I want to be with somebody that I like and they like me genuinely for exactly who I am. Right. I'm always growing. I'm in therapy now for 8 years. So, like, I'm always growing. I know I'm rough around the edges and I'm working on getting better and better and better, but I'm open to that. I just want somebody that I genuinely like and they genuinely like me. Like, outside of loving me and all those emotions that can get in the way, I want you to like me. Like me. We can chill together. We can go out together. We can drink together if that's what we want to do. We can do this together. We can pray together. We can have all the. That's what I want at this point in my life. Somebody that like me.
You know, when you said that, it made me feel like when you say like me, it makes me feel like it channels the inner child in me, right? Because when you first saw that one boy when you were in 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade, whatever grade, and you were like, I like him, and he gave you butterflies, and you went home thinking, like, I can't wait to get to school so I can see Jamal tomorrow, or he couldn't wait to get to school to see Samantha tomorrow. Like, when you like somebody, it hit different. You know what I'm saying? Because I got a lot of people in my life that I love, but I don't like them.
Exactly. That's my whole point.
I don't like
point. Do you
now,
like them?
now, if I liked you and I love you, now we on to something. And that goes for every relationship. That's not just like man and woman or boyfriend and girlfriend. That's your friends. Like, you got people out here that like love people because they've learned to love someone. But liking genuinely, like liking, like, I like this. I like this job. I like this car. I like these shoes. Like, you know, if you really like them shoes, niggas gonna see you in them like 2-3 times a week. Like, these your favorite heels. Like, when you like, it's just a lot better. Love is like what it is, but you don't want to get stuck in love, because love will have you doing some shit that you know that is not for you. And that's where make mistakes and get stuck in these relationships because they love him too much to leave. You love a nigga so much that you let him punch you in your fucking eye on Saturday. But he beating on you because and that's because he don't like you.
He don't
like you, or else why would he be doing that? People that like you do not hurt you, but you can love somebody and hurt them all kinds of ways. So I love that you brought that up, because that's like unheard of. People don't even talk about like, you know what I'm saying? And it's such a huge part of like who you can be in someone's life if you like them more.
It's like I want to be able to have conversations and somebody understand. Like, if I don't believe in women, there's a lot of dating coaches that will tell you to put on this show, like for real, women to put on this show and really like, oh, be happy and playful and do this and don't act like you're bothered when this happens. But then he's buying into a whole show. I'm no one show pony. Like, I am who I am. This is what this is. This is what you get. And I'm not going to lie to you. And then, you know, months down the road, you're like, dang, that wasn't even her. That was some type of facade. I fell in love with or I started liking a person that wasn't even real. I want you to like me, like, for exactly who I am. And yeah, I used to cheat. Yeah, I don't have a past as far as, you know, going through my traumas and going through things that have happened in my life and my spiritual journey and how I got closer to God and what means the most to me now as a grown woman. What do I do now that makes sense for me? And I want somebody who I'm with to like all aspects of that about me, you know, and then help me to move forward. That's what I think is important.
It is. I think that's the most important. And even when you're saying that, me just being human and being on the other side of this camera and looking at you, when you say like, there's so much passion in you saying somebody to like you that I damn near feel like somebody needs to like her. You know? Yeah, like for real. Like, but no, at the end of the day, I want to be like you. Like, and now that everybody's in here and they listen to this, I bet people are out there on their couch, in their phone, on their way home to work, in the gym with their AirPods on, doing whatever they're doing, and they thinking like, does my nigga like me? Does my woman like me? And because when people like you, like think of when you first meet a guy, right? You first meet a guy, you, and y'all go on a date, and everything is perfect on that date, and then you leave. The first thing you think is like, I like this motherfucker. Like and it's like, I like her. It's not till we get comfortable in, you know, with the relationship 6 months, 8 months down the line, to where like sort of fades and we feel like it's a duty to be in this relationship. I have to do this. Oh, I have to cook. No, at first you like taking her out. She like cooking for you. Like, we got to keep, that's what we need to talk about next. How do you retain the like? Because it seems like this is a lot bigger than like that I thought, because like is so important, but it skipped over, because in the honeymoon stages of any relationship, like is there, and then once love sets in, niggas be forgetting how to like you. You know what I'm saying? Now we love you now, and now you my property, right? You my bitch, I'm your nigga, and yeah, we love each other. But my daily, my daily routine in all aspects of your life, and in you know, like in the same, like in one accord with how much I love you, should be my duty to you, liking you.
Right.
I want to be 5, 6 years in and still like going on picnics with you, still like walking on the beach. I want to still, I want to like having sex the same way that I did 5 years ago. Not love
Yeah.
having sex, because then if you know, you make it about that, then it's only about that. And how great would it
Empty.
be to have somebody like you 7 years after y'all met, same relationship, he likes you. He's still showing up to the job with roses and making you feel good. You like him so much that when you go to work or when you leave his presence, you like, man, what my motherfucker doing? Like,
Right. You ain't thinking about nobody else because
no,
you like him and you know, like, you know what it is. And I think a lot of people don't like themselves enough. You know, I think a lot of, especially with social media
right.
these days, a lot of people try to find their validation and their security in what others externally versus finding, you said that earlier, instead of finding that internally. I had to really start liking myself and being so secure with me to know that, like, listen, if this don't work out, like, I'm gonna be okay. Just like if something doesn't work out in your life right now, you gonna be okay. And you know
Right.
you gonna be okay. There, like, I think I had to get to a place in my life where I'm like, I worked so much on me and like falling in love with who I am, the good, the bad, the ugly. There was a time where I didn't feel like if anybody knew everything about me, they wouldn't love that about me.
Right.
And once I found that security, I was like, okay, you know what? I own this. I own everything that I've gone through, everything that I've experienced, I've worked through, and where I'm at now. Like, I own all of it, and I love all of it.
Yeah.
And I'm secure with it now. So it's like, I like me, so I'm ready to like somebody else because
Yeah.
I like me now.
Yeah. But and again, like I said, going back, it's like people do not like. Let's just talk about self-confidence and insecurity,
Sure.
because every
Mhm.
single day you are the person that sees yourself. You stay in the mirror. We get closer to the mirror to see if everything is there. You know what I'm saying? Women, you look at yourself in the mirror. You make yourself up to be beautiful. Some women, you guys are getting really creative and amazing with this makeup. You guys. Well, yeah,
Yeah,
but you look in
that's
yourself,
good.
look at yourself in the mirror, you do all this to yourself, and then you
Mm.
walk out insecure after you done put on all your cute clothes and all, with all this makeup. And I'm not just saying women, men have this too. Like, men are putting on the wave caps and brushing their hair, and you take it off. Like, you want to look good for somebody else, but you don't want to invest that time into yourself. And I think that is the most important aspect in every relationship, is how much you love and care about yourself. It has to start with you. You can't even exude love outward at all unless you really love yourself. There's no way possible under God that you can love somebody else the way that they need to be loved if you don't love yourself. You can think you do. They can think you do, but it's just not true love if you don't love yourself. Because what type of love you giving them? You're giving them a broken, jaded version of your love. Which, if you think that highly of them and you care about them that much, you would want to be a better person for them. And if you don't, guess what? You don't like them. Period.
Yeah. And I think broken people break people and heal people heal people.
Yeah.
So I think that if you're broken and you out here trying to find and fill yourself up with another person, that will never be enough. You will always be empty. You will always be seeking something other than what you're with or more than what you have, because your vessel is like an empty well. It's like shallow. There's nothing. It's just a drop every time. And so then you find people that be in relationships and they still trying to find validation externally because their person isn't doing enough for them. They're not filling their cup enough. And the truth is, no one can fill your cup enough. Only God can fill that cup, in my opinion. Only
Right.
God can fill that cup.
Yeah.
And so that's where I've gotten to a place in my life where it's like, okay, I'm secure enough with me and I like me enough that, okay, I want somebody that likes me and likes everything about me and isn't trying to change anything about me to fit their agenda or what they've got going on.
Right.
Just accept me for who I am. And then we can grow together if that's what we decide to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I feel that 100%. So, what I was going to ask is what?
It's a lot of questions.
Nah, it's all good. I was going to ask you, what is, like, I was her? Like, what does that mean? What is that?
Okay. So I was her.
to know that because I mean, I'm here.
Right. Well, that's true. That's true. So I Was Her is actually something I came up with years ago. And it was when I started my therapy journey. And when I was becoming a therapist, I started seeing a therapist. And what happened was, I realized that there wasn't a lot of people like owning their experiences or being transparent about what they're actually going through and what they're actually experiencing. So
Mhm.
a lot of people were like, lying about it or not being honest about the storms that they walked through, the relationships that they dealt with. And so people would then feel isolated, or people that I was experiencing in therapy as clients, and I was a therapist, feeling like they're alone or isolated in these things. And I'm like, no, we just need to own it. If I'm going through something, I want to own it. I've been there. I've done that. I've been in those positions. There's beauty in your past. There's beauty in the things that you've experienced. Even when you share, like, I've had to swim a million seas to get to where I'm at now, but I'm here now. There's beauty in that. There's people that can relate to that.
Yeah.
That's part of your story. And I think that everybody's story is beautiful. And I think it's about owning it, because there's people that are experiencing the same thing and they don't have any example of how to walk through it, or that you can walk through it. So then there's people that choose to make permanent decisions on temporary problems, not
Right.
being able to see that there's another side to it. There's a way out of it. They have no idea. And so if you don't own it, then or you don't own your testimony, then there's people that are walking through that same storm not even knowing that there's a way out of that storm. And that's why I said I was her. I've been there. I've done that. I know what that's like. And if
Right.
you feel like you're alone, you're not. And that's
Okay.
why I created it.
And okay, so after all of that, right? After the relationship, and you've been married once. You've been married more than once.
Once. I've been married once.
You've been married once. And so after that, like, what version of a woman does your next situation get? Who are you walking in? Like, and I mean, in 2, 3 sentences, who are you walking into your next situation for you? Because I need to be getting the person that you are 100%. You know what I'm saying?
I,
Of.
I get that. I get the next person. So the next person would get a better version of me, because there's things that I've never, like, I see a therapist every week. Once a week I see a therapist. As I see clients, I see a therapist once a week. And I'm very big about, like, as I've walked through this and I've gotten closer to God and I've gotten closer to where I feel like my purpose, where I'm supposed to be in life. And I've grown to love myself and grow to, like, really feel comfortable with myself. I've, like, gone on this fitness journey that did something for me. That's more than 3 sentences. A better version. That's about 3 words. A better version of me. Because I'm gonna go into like 3 paragraphs. I'm long-winded. A
Yeah.
better version.
All the A1 men out there, man. You heard her. You know what I'm saying? She's 100% better person than she was yesterday. And
100%.
every day, there's a new testimony of you if you are working in, the space of like being positive and being a better person. If you care not only for yourself, of course, for yourself, but to let that exude, from inside your heart, and like you want to share that with other people. You want to be. I was talking to my son earlier, my oldest, about just being like continuing to be an amazing human being
Yeah.
above anything else. Like, and he's an amazing son. He's an amazing grandson, amazing athlete, amazing at school. Like, I just wanted him. The message today was just to. I wanted him to be like continue to just be a good human.
Mm-hmm.
That's where like all of the bullshit, that's where everything gets fucked up in life. It's like people forget how to be good to people.
Oh man, I heard something today. I did a training today, and this girl, or this woman, was saying that in her classroom, she says that treat everybody like they're having the worst day. Like, when everybody you come into contact with, treat them like they're having the worst day. And what you would say to them and do for them. I was like, man, that is so good. Like, I think so many times we don't even think about how to, like, show somebody that you can still be a decent human being to people you don't even know. Show them love, show them grace, show them mercy. You don't know what kind of day they are having or what storm they're walking through. And you acting like you care in some way, or showing compassion in some way, might have changed their decision making, thought process, whatever that is.
Yeah, I'm the same way. You know, I feel like me, I don't wake up and I don't wake up bringing any drama or any negativity to anyone's life ever. It's not who I am. Of course, you know, like I get irritated by people, I get aggravated by people, but I'm never the person that is starting anything because I just don't wake up and feel like I want to like mess somebody's day up or put them in a bad mood or just be negative. Like you got to be a real different to just wake up and like bother people. You know what I'm saying? And
I,
so,
I get that vibe from you. I don't think you that kind of guy at all.
nah, I'm not that. Like, I wake up and number one, I'm so grateful that it was me. That like, you know, God chose me for another day. Like, you know, today I woke up, I was like, okay, I made it to Friday. Like, what are we doing today? What are we doing for ourselves? What are we doing for family? How am I going to contribute to the lives of everyone that I care about? And that's like my daily mission is to wake up and just be a better person for myself and then for others. I never wake up and like want to be just like any type of just negative to anyone else's life, man. And like people, we again, we got to go dig deep inside, look in that mirror, and just be the best person that you can for yourself. And I promise that that is like you're gonna be able to like your cup is gonna run over, and people are gonna be able to appreciate that too. So it's like it again. It starts and it ends with us every single time. No matter what we're gonna talk about, on always gonna end. I mean, start and end with you being the best version of you for yourself first, then other people.
That's so good. That's so good. That could actually make me cry. That's really good. That's good.
What happened? What happened to questions, man?
I'm like we haven't even
We just been
we
chopping
just been
it
having
up,
a conversation online. We haven't been answering nobody question. Okay.
right?
I'm back to the script. I'm back in my zone. Okay, so okay, in your experience, what do you think keeps a man from committing?
Options, multiple options. It don't, and it doesn't matter where you look. It don't matter where you look. There's always going to be somebody that you feel in that moment is prettier than the person you have now. But that comes from being comfortable with like you know, let's just say like I don't know. I'm in a relationship with you, right? And I'm like, you know, when I met you, like, damn, you was the baddest chick I ever seen, right? But then we together 2 years, and I see somebody walking that it's just new. It's new, and she prettier because I'm used to you. It's
Because
like
I'm to you.
it's like you, right? You have a favorite pair of shoes right now. You know what they are. They upstairs or in your room, in your closet. They're shoes. But for some reason, when you go out shopping, I mean, you see something that you just
Yeah.
and you bring them home, and now that's you. They're just new. So that's what
Right.
it's new. So what you have to do as a man, my advice to men is you gotta like you gotta get off Instagram. Number one, get off Instagram, get off Twitter, get off social media if you want to be a committed man. Like I'm dead serious.
So would you get off of social media?
I make too much money on here. It's not. No. Yo. So now we're talking about college tuitions and like and mortgages and all of that. Like
I understand it though. I
but
get
look,
it. I do.
let me clean it. If I wasn't making $1 on Instagram, I would kill it. I would kill it. I would have to because it's just every single. And I mean, women, y'all, some of y'all are in here. It's every day. And by the way, I don't follow no one. I follow one person. I follow Justin LeBoy because it's just funny. I need that in my life every day. But other than that, I don't follow another human, right? And so all I see is like on my Explorer. And because, you know, I have women friends and because I have other entertainers and musicians that are friends, I see what they see on Instagram. So I see beautiful women every day. And it's just like I see one New York, then I see something from over there in Cape Verde. And it's just like, if I wasn't on Instagram, I wouldn't see them. I wouldn't.
Right.
And so if I don't see you, I don't have the urge to slide in your DM. You know what I'm saying? And especially if you're in a relationship, like you just should not. And so Instagram is a trap. If you're in a relationship, it's a trap. Because you see it,
that's true.
it is. So yeah, that hopefully that answers whoever's question that was.
I mean, yeah, you were saying, and somebody asked in the comments, they asked, would you be celibate? Was it you be celibate? Let me see. Would you ever? Let me make sure I'm saying this right. Yeah. Man, people are commenting like crazy. It's hard for me. Would you wait till marriage? That's what it said. Not celibate. Did you say?
Would I wait to marriage to have sex?
That's what they're asking. Yes.
I can't. I don't. You know what? Hey, yo, look. Now look. Again, taking account.
I'm enjoying this conversation.
Look,
Okay, go ahead.
Taking account that I'm almost 42 years old, and that the sex drive that I had in my 20s and 30s is not the same. Like I can go about 5, but I was going 5 times a day in my 20s, running wild, you know. And so now I could maybe go. Wait, if I met her today, you know, what's the day? Today is July 29th.
July 29th.
July 29th. I could be celibate till August 29th, and are we getting married on that day? Because I just can't. I can definitely go.
And that is the day I'm saying I do, because I can't wait no more.
Yo, I can't. But look, on the day that I run out of my celibacy, I'm proposing, and like we going straight to Vegas. I gotta hit something.
What, now, have you ever been married?
I've never been married. Never been married.
Wow. Okay. Would you get married quickly? Or are you the kind of person that would get married fast?
You know what? It's just that if I'm gonna get married, with the amount of people that I have in my family and the amount of friends that I've amassed in my life, I want huge. I want it to be like, I want dances. I want to choreograph the first dance. I want the bridesmaids and the groomsmen to be on point. Like I want it to be huge. And I got people that like I'm friends with Monica. Like I want Monica to come sing at my wedding. Like I want to, pay Stevie Wonder. Like I need to hear these 3 words. You know what I'm saying? Like I want a big wedding for that. But but you know what I could do? I can go like get married at the courthouse and then have a wedding. I could do that too.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm kind of weird, because I always thought that, the people are sometimes can be so focused on the wedding. They don't focus on the marriage. They don't focus on what it actually takes to be married to somebody, because that takes a lot. And I don't think people know that enough. There's a lot of women that I deal with, and I talk to on a daily basis. It's like, you've got to be a wife. You just want to have a ring on your finger, but you have no idea what it requires of you to be a wife or someone's wife. You just right now, you're just somebody's girlfriend. That's the level you're at. You have to elevate to become somebody's wife and grow, And I think that, but at the same time, I do understand that if you waited this long, and you want to go big, go big. I think that it should be a celebration. It should be a block party.
I gotta go big, and I think that the type of woman that I would choose to be my wife is gonna deserve big. So I'm going big. You know what I'm saying? So it's got to be big.
Like, I hear that. Okay, so let me see. Okay, so they're asking, when you're dating, what are the first few things you look for in a woman?
I look for grown. That's the first. Grown, like maturity, and I also look for domestic. I need a woman that's domesticated for sure. And and I will test you, right? Like I will get out the shower, drop towel, leave the clothes on the ground, and see if a woman is gonna scoop them. Just as a test. Like I just need my woman to be domestic and mature for sure.
Domestic and mature. Okay. Yep. So somebody that doesn't need to be like this, cool with being a wife at home, taking care of the house and stuff like that.
She don't gotta be like, just don't come out the house, like, like Cinderella. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely need a woman that can I definitely need a woman that can hold it down at home for sure, because I spend a lot of time at home.
Right. I hear that. Okay. So then it says, why does it seem like the older some men get, they mostly want to date much younger women? That's what somebody asked.
Because most niggas gonna be like, Gabe, you ain't for us. Most niggas don't want to don't want the responsibility of having to own up to or get checked for the shit that they doing. A younger one not focused on the type of things that older woman has like demands. You know what I'm saying? Not like, not like a dictatorship, but an older woman knows, like, I expect this, this, and this. And men don't want to hold themselves accountable, so they go get a young woman, and it's about, like, like Jigga said on Girls, 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 Girls. He was like, I got a young chick throw tantrums, fall out on the floor. Like, why you don't buy me Reeboks no more? Like, it's about that. You know what I'm saying? And so an older woman is like not worried about the little stuff. She worried about, the home, the mortgage, the credit, the trips, like, the respect, Men don't want to have to show up. And so they go at younger women. I have been one of those men. I'm being honest. This is like, my moment of truth is because when you get a younger woman, you just don't have to deal with, you don't have to answer to nobody. You know what I'm saying? You just don't have to nobody. Now, even if you get an older woman that is not your woman, that was somebody else's woman, and this is new, but she is in your age bracket. And I mean, for me, if I went and got a woman that was 35, when I come through the door, she smelled the bullshit. She checking all that. So you can't slip. There's no room for error when you fucking with a real grown ass woman. It's just not. She ain't got time. She done seen it, been through it, and she ain't having it. So you got niggas be like, I ain't ready for commitment like that. A young woman, man, she want to go to strip club, throw some hundreds, have fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get her, the new Yeezys, and you might be good for about 6 months. Because she's young and she's having fun and she's not worried about that yet, and she shouldn't be, which circles me back to the beginning of our conversation where I told you that everyone should be afforded to live in their 20s without judgment, because these are where some of our biggest mistakes are made. We learn, you know what I'm saying? If you remember, like, being a child, right? Having to learn how to walk, having to learn how to speak, having to learn your ABCs, how to learn how to write in cursive. When you graduate from high school, you are a baby adult. You are an infant adult. So you need those 10 years again to learn. You need to learn how to file your taxes. You need to, learn how to show up to work and be punctual. Like, you need to learn how to be an adult. And it's hard to juggle serious relationships and learn how to be a baby adult. So everyone needs to just have fun, not really lock in on relationships when they're young. I'm not discourage anyone from being in a relationship that is mature and ready to be. But the majority of human beings make all their mistakes, their young adult mistakes, in their 20s.
Yeah. Yep. I made a lot of mistakes.
We heard. Yeah.
Oh, but not all in that line of, but I did some stupid stuff. I was fighting. I was reckless. I wasn't the way that I am now. I would never fight anybody now. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not even cute. Like, why would I do that? Stuff like that I had to grow out of and become more mature in. So anyway,
I had a young, look, I had a, and she would just, not a young girlfriend, a young woman I was dating. And she was early 20s. And the first time hung out, she was like, yeah, I gotta leave the day early. I'm having a great time, and thank you, but I gotta leave because I told some chicks meet me at my house because they want to catch my fade. And I was like, oh.
What?
Wait. So you about to go home and fight some chicks from Instagram over some, like, whatever? And I was just like, yeah.
No, see, that's not even cute.
Like, for me, I was like, I can't do this. And I was like, yeah, one, you're too pretty. You don't need to be fighting, and you're an adult. No, but these bitches got me fucked. I was like, oh, okay. Them bitches got you fucked up, and I got you fucked up. So, like, yeah, you go handle that. And then, so again, I was just like, yeah, I'm out of here. But yeah, we moving along. Who we got next?
Yeah, who we got next? So somebody asked, how can some regular girl get a date with him? With you, a regular girl.
Yo, people always asking me this. Like, I don't date regular girls. Like, number one, my kid's mom is a school teacher.
Oh, that's great. I think they're great wives.
Yo, and she's a school teacher still to this day, no matter how many millions we had or when we were together in our relationship. Like, she never quit her job because she was invested into her children and into her job. She's really an educator and really took that serious. So she was like, no, I'm not quitting my job. I teach. This is what I do. I'm an educator. It's not about the money or, my time. It's just, this is what I do. So that was a regular woman. My first son's mom, regular woman. Neither one of my kids, and this ain't no shame on nobody, nobody shaming, no, do what you want, woman. Like, y'all got it. I'm not here for that. But neither one of my kids' mothers have like any surgery or any like anything done. They're regular women. So when women ask, when women say to me like, wait, how come and why come you don't date regular women? I'm always like, where are y'all getting this from? Because you ain't never seen me. You never seen me date or in public with a woman who wasn't regular. It's just you haven't.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, I would, ladies.
Yeah, see, look. Exactly, y'all. Look, they got you all wrong. Look at that. They got you all wrong.
I would prefer a regular woman because it's too much cracking in my life for both of us to be just lit all day. Like, I need somebody to like calm the storm at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm. I think for me, I think that it would be that would be the best thing for you, especially if you want somebody who's domestic, somebody who's not trying to compete for the same type of shine that you're trying to have. There's some women that's what they want. They want to be and on and stuff like that. So anyway, let me see. Okay. Somebody asked, what brought you back to a relationship with God?
I think that God has always been a part of my life. There's been like I'm a Christian. I'm God fearing. I'm also a thug. I'm also a daddy. I'm also a gang member. I'm also a rapper. I'm also a guy who only listens to R&B when he's in the car. Like I'm everything. And I think that my fans are they rocked with me for this long, which has been 20 years. It went so fast. It's been 20 years in my career because I come as a human being. I'm human.
Right.
I'm human. I don't come like I have flaws. But as far as my relationship with God, I've always had a relationship with God. Sometimes I've doubted God. Why? Why my grandmother? Why my brother? Why are they no longer here? Why this? Why that? But I've drawn myself closer to God in my older age because it's just simply brings me serenity at the end of the day. It makes me feel better, feel great. I'm good. Like when you have God in your life, whatever your God may be, you call him whatever you want. Maybe it's Allah, maybe it's Jesus, maybe it's God, whatever system of faith you choose, like you got to rock with that. And if it brings you joy, that's what religion is. It's a system of faith. And so as I get older and I get wiser, I draw myself closer to my system of faith, not encouraging or pushing my religion on anybody else. I'm not saying that I'm Pastor Mace. I'm about to open a church and then come back to rap, and I'm not doing that. Not that what he did was wrong. That was his journey. I'm on mine. But yeah, God is always around. So
yeah, I think that's
what my
good.
grandma used to say, God fearing, God steering.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. So what's the next one? Because we haven't gone through. I'm trying to answer at least one question every 10. Okay, I got it. We'll answer this one together. Is it okay for your husband to look at other women?
Yes. It's just the look. Like who? Like you're not his master. Like
Right.
if God gave him eyes, right? And so and he also gave us free will, and he also gave us restraint and everything else that he gave us. So just because you're looking at a woman don't mean that you have to like engage in anything with that woman.
No,
I want to be with the type of woman where we both see a little fat ass, and she'd be like damn, and I'd be like damn, and then I look at her, and then we go on about our business and go and get lunch. That's it. But as far as looking, I want my woman to be able to watch TV and be like, you know what, like Michael B. Jordan, he's very handsome. I'll be like, yeah, good looking dude. Like I want that type of relationship.
sure.
Contingent on every time I look at somebody or every time she like that's whack. But then again, we said you have to be with somebody that's your best friend. And if you were chilling with your best friend, that wouldn't be a problem. And if you're
Right.
not your best friend, you know what's gonna happen in your relationship. Somebody gonna step out.
Period. Because well, I think that for me, I think that I don't think it's okay. I think you have to be okay with men have to be okay with women looking at other men, and men have to be okay with men. I mean, and women have to be okay with men looking at other women. That's life. That's the world. That's where you're always going to be in contact with other people of the opposite sex. You're right. It's completely unrealistic. However, I think that there's a problem when husbands are looking at profiles, like deliberately following things
Right.
that are not, like, if you're going out of your way to follow something that is not going to help you stay faithful in your marriage and hold those vows down, then I don't think that that's right.
Yeah, no,
I
that's.
think as things go along, okay, but no.
I think that, but again, I think that everyone should be with somebody that, no, before you be with somebody, let's have these conversations before the relationship starts.
That's
Tell
right.
if you know that you love seeing women and you love, and women are so attractive that you have no restraint, get you a
Right.
woman who likes women too. Like, and see if the woman that you're on a date with likes women too. If she tell you, no, I'm not into that, leave her alone. Like, after the date is over, eat, have fun, laugh, look at the ocean, and then leave that person alone and go be on a pursuit for somebody that is for you. But we don't want to do that. We want to look at, oh, he's handsome, oh, he got a good job, or oh, she got a fat butt, and oh, she cute, or like whatever. Oh, she can cook good, so I'm gonna stay for the food, but she not that good looking to me, so I'm gonna go out and cheat on her with somebody who's better looking, but the better looking one can't cook. I'm gonna keep both. I'm gonna juggle them. Like, come on, man. Like, we got to do better.
Right. I think that even with that being said, like with everything you're saying, it's like, it's true. We're not having honest conversations about what we actually desire from relationships. Like, a lot of people want to put on their best foot forward because they want so badly to be in a relationship. And I don't think that that's the best way to go about it either. But I think that if you are somebody's husband, yeah, you shouldn't be following no accounts that aren't edifying or making your marriage better.
Or at
If
least,
that's not what you're doing, then that's not what you. If you my boyfriend, okay, then whatever. But if you're, husband,
or
that's
at
a little.
least, if you're gonna do that, maybe I don't know, buy a camera from Best Buy and start, be a photographer. Tell your wife you a photographer.
What?
You know, hey, start shooting women, start shooting weddings and girl nights.
What?
know,
What? What?
Push up your job description, man. If you got that type of problem. But again, all,
Oh Lord.
all
Okay.
jokes aside, people just need to really communicate in the beginning, and it's so easy to communicate in the
Yeah.
beginning. Neither one of y'all have nothing to lose. We got to have these conversations.
Yeah, I agree with that. I do. And I think that also, even when you're saying with women that like women, I've also seen relationships like that where when that becomes a dynamic, I've seen a lot even in therapy where that becomes a problem eventually.
Is that,
When it gets that gets kind of messy.
are you a
Whether
good,
that person
are you a good Christian if you're a woman and you like women, or is that
I
not
think
for you
that
to tell?
depends on I feel like here's the thing. I don't think that I do believe that there's certain things that over time God works on you. God's going to do things for you. I don't know if I can't speak to what that person's relationship is with God or not with God because there's things that I still struggle with in my life. And I believe I have a really strong relationship with God. So it's like, I don't, I feel like it's not for anybody else. I can't say that based upon her behavior, she don't have a strong relationship with God. I mean,
You like women?
no.
No, not at all. Not attracted to women sexually, none of that.
No, I think that they're pretty from a distance. I think that I can
How,
appreciate someone else's
how
beauty.
far? Are we talking about social distancing, 6 feet, or like way over there?
No, I mean I can say a girl's pretty that's clothes. I can appreciate,
Have
wow,
you?
that's a beautiful woman. Oh wow, she got a nice body or blah blah blah. I can do that, but I don't want to sleep with her. I don't
Okay.
have a sexual.
We already said you already said, and we already went through the fact that you cheated and you were younger and you made mistakes. Have you ever like been propositioned for or had a threesome?
No,
Never.
never.
So then a man, if you're out there, you would know that like Samantha's not rocking with that. So don't even proposition it. No, I'm being honest though. This is like if I was like pursuing you, I would know like, okay, this X, Y, and Z is not for me. She told me for sure that this is not how she get down. She's never had one. Heard it, noted. She ain't gonna have one. Don't even try it. And like that's it. So if I was the type of guy that was my thing, then I would have
Then
to leave.
you can't go down the street. This is
That's
not the
it.
ride to ride. You need to
Yeah,
go down
exactly. And so
spot
what?
another roller
So
coaster.
I wasn't trying to pry. I was just like,
No,
running.
I'm cool with it. I understand. No, I understand. No, like I understand that. I think that if that is what I feel like people should be honest about things like that. Like if that's not the road you're willing to go down, like I had a conversation with someone I went on a date with, someone who had said to me, "Hey, listen, Sam, would you ever do this? And I'm like, no, never. I would never do that. If that's something that you want, then you shouldn't go this way. You should get that out of your system before you walk this way.
Yeah.
I'm just, and just be honest with that.
And notice that everybody watching how serious she got when she started talking about this. Now you starting to yo, you couldn't fake that.
I wanted it to be clear. I am not playing.
Yo, the eyebrows went in and it got real stern for a second. So she not rocking with that, fellas.
Not at all. Okay, so next question.
No, hold on. Before we go there, real quick. Now, since we on the conversation of like threesomes, I've had a few, but for me to be who I am and for people to think that I'm who I am, I haven't had enough threesomes where, I haven't had as many threesomes as people would think that Game would have had.
Okay.
Maybe 3, right?
In your life?
In my life, right? And so let me tell you why I don't like them. Because someone always gets angry. And I'm just being honest, one of the women is going to have a better box. It is what it is. Like somebody's gonna have better vagina.
Oh, that's pretty. You're being honest today. You're bringing the honesty here. Okay, go ahead.
You grabbed your wine. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm saying, in my experience, you're gonna enjoy one of the women a little bit more, and you're going to spend a little bit more time in that because it feels good, right? And so the woman who's on the side, like kind of just getting tickled or played with, is going to notice really quick, and then it's going to start to get weird. And after, like I'm telling you, and then if you got the type of whip game I do, once you sexually please one woman and she's good, she might get up and like leave the room. That's happening.
Lord Jesus, be offense, Lord. Okay.
No, Jesus be a stadium.
Be a stadium, Jesus.
Hey, but what I'm saying is that, like, in my experience, threesomes just don't work out. So I don't necessarily need that to happen for me because it's jealous.
Oh, well, I can see that. I actually can see that, and that makes perfect sense. On to the next question.
Right.
So anyway, okay. Assuming you agree you can fall back in love with someone, how do you fall back in love? And how would you determine you tried your best? This is for a 10+ year relationship.
I think that once the love is gone, it's gone. I don't think you could, anything is possible, right? That it could happen for one couple, out of, I don't know, 100,000, but once the love leaves, it be gone. And then do you want to fall back in love with somebody you fell out of love with? Like, because falling out of love is such a ill, get away from me, don't touch me, I'm not attracted to you no more. Like, I can't like people that don't love people no more, like, are just not, I don't want to say disgusted because you can be cordial, but you just like, when you're done, you're done. And I don't know how that person that you are familiar with and very comfortable with, I don't know how that person starts over with you. I don't know how you're attracted to them like you were in the beginning again. I don't know how you re-love them how you did when you loved them at your peak. I don't know how you do that again. So maybe I'm not the person to answer that question, but like, I don't think that that's possible. I don't think it's possible enough for me to be answering it. I just don't see it happening.
Yeah, I think it depends. For me, I think it depends on what context. I think if you are married to somebody and you've been with them for 10+ years and you're trying to bring the fire back, like, I feel like at that point, you should do everything in your power to try to re-spark that energy. I don't know what that looks like.
That part, though, if you wouldn't even entertain that if you fell out of love with them, though. Because falling out of love I'm sorry, it just comes with some form of like disgust, and like you're done. Like that, like what you just described isn't falling out of love. This shit ain't really been hot in a cool minute, and you know what, he's trying now, and I do love him. That's why I'm still here, and I'm gonna give him the opportunity to be a better person. So like, and then if he does a 360 and just clicks it back on, now you stand in the love that you retained at its low point, is now validated. And yeah, you can like, what do they call it? Rekindling the flame. But it's not falling out of love. When you fall out of love, you damn near like gone. You're checked out. Your heart, your mind, your sexual parts, you gone. In my experience.
I think that in love is something that you go in and out of in a marriage. I think you go in and out of love. I don't think you stay in love with somebody, because I think that what we define as being in love is the butterfly feeling, the excitement. And over time, it becomes like a companionship love versus this exciting new love.
Right.
And so I think that if this is a situation where, you know, I think that when God wants you to leave something, you're going to know when you need to leave. And you shouldn't be looking for nobody to give you, I shouldn't be telling you when to leave, because I think that that's something that only God can tell you to do.
Right.
And I don't feel like you should listen to anybody else. You should quiet all the noise. But like the first situation, the first scenario, when you do love somebody and you're like, man, I just need these certain things to change for our relationship to work. If that person decides they want to do that or not do that, then your answer is answered by their actions. But if you decide, hey, you know, I don't really love this person. I don't even really like them. I don't like to hear them breathe. I don't really like to feel like I don't want them around me. Like if it's that level of disgust, then you should leave the situation. I don't think that's something that's not healthy for him. And that's not healthy for you.
I don't think that repairs itself, because how does that person? I just don't know if you can make a comeback from that. And in my experience, that is damn near impossible. But anything is possible. And if that happens for you, like, please call us. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Let me know. Write us. Let us know.
Let us know.
But if it's a marriage, try everything you know how to do, and you'll know when like God is tapping you out. You gonna know. It's a real feeling. Okay, so oh gosh, so okay, this is a good one. Is it possible to have a redo with a man if you and his friend had relations years back? Backstory is I met a man years ago who was married at the time, and things were rocky with him and his spouse. So he and I started talking. Well, he was flip-flopping with me because of his marital issues, so his friend pursued me, and we started messing around. Married one found out, and he was not happy, although he was married. Fast forward to now, he's divorced, and we talk here and there. The friend and I no longer talk. So is it possible now that we've grown up to see where a relationship could go? Or was the infidelity and best friend relations too much to even put behind us and consider trying again?
I think that I think that both of them at this point can do whatever they want to do. Because number one, he was married. He shouldn't even been mad at nobody doing nothing. Number one, you're violating your marriage, nigga. So whatever anger or disgust or mad or whatever you're doing is not even validated. Nigga, worry about your wife. Like, what you over here worried about Keisha for? And that's number one. So number two is like, now as a woman, she has to ask herself if she's good with having had relations or any type of relationship with these two guys who are friends, no matter if they weren't friends, if they're not friends anymore, or or any of that. It all falls on her. Like, how is that going to make you feel? I feel like for her, if she's okay with it, then live your best fucking life. Like, you ain't violated nobody.
I got a different opinion.
I mean, hear it, but but here it is again. We don't gotta Kevin say each other about it. You know what I'm saying?
No. I do agree with what you're saying. To what you're saying, it's like I think that makes sense.
But see, when you give your opinion, are you giving it as Sam? Because I didn't give mine as Jayceon. I gave a like a broad opinion. I mean, I gave a broad description.
Unbiased, like out.
Right, yeah,
like
unbiased. I feel like when you said like I feel different, it was like if that was me. But you didn't ask me if that was me. You asked me to give advice to her.
Okay, well that's true. That's true. Okay, I'm gonna answer.
Who are you answering as? I'm
gonna answer as Sam, because that's the only way I know how to answer.
I'm good with that. I needed to know, because again, niggas ain't shit without communication.
That's true. No, and so I'm gonna answer as if she's my homegirl and she telling me the situation, right? So I don't think if you messing with a married man, that's bad juju. in
Right.
general. If it's a man that is married and he's in his marriage, there's no paperwork that has been filed. There's nothing that says that they're apart or anything like that. That is bad juju. That's just bad. That's nothing comes. That thing is good that comes from that, right? Number one. Then you go and then you mess with his best friend. Like, sis, what are we doing?
Are they still best friends though? Like, are they still best friends? Because here's the thing.
My.
Here's the thing. Is it like, what if the guy that was married is, and he's not married anymore? So now we can have this conversation.
Right.
We can entertain being divorced and single. What if that is her soulmate? What if that's her best friend? What if that ends up being the best thing that ever happened to her? Should she not engage in that or not try to see if maybe just because he was the friend, a best friend of a guy that she dated in the past, the guy that she dated in the past is now moved on. He might be with his soulmate.
He might be, but I don't feel like your soulmate is somebody else's husband. Like, I don't feel like that's how that works.
Actually, you're right. But guess who he ain't? He ain't nobody's husband
at this time.
And I got a Desperate Housewives you on that. Hey, look, man. Hey, I'm in this Mercedes-Benz dealership. I'm supposed to be getting the truck, but I'm in here with you. So
Right. Well, you know what? You've been on here. I have to say, you have actually been on here for an hour and 20 minutes. Did it feel like that?
I'm in somebody else's whole office.
Oh my goodness, you really are.
Really?
I really appreciate that.
You know, I pulled over in traffic for you. You know what I'm saying?
That really meant something to me.
What I wanted to do, I wanted to make sure I was somewhere with Wi-Fi where I didn't, because this was important to me. I wanted to get it done. I wanted to, I wanted to speak to people. I definitely wanted to get on here and service, our friendship and and the show, man. I was him.
You was him, and you know what? You were so honest. And I'm not gonna keep you at no dealership.
Hey, but you know what? Can I get back on here? Like, at a later date, can I get another Friday in the future? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can. In fact, you tell me. This was fun. You was good. I didn't know how this was gonna go. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I'm free next Friday. Oh no, this Thursday. Yeah, it's Thursday. I'm free next Thursday.
You want to get back on next Thursday for real?
Give me part two.
For next Thursday, like this next week.
Next week.
Okay. If you're serious about it, we can go back on.
I'm serious. I'm good.
You did a great an hour and 20 minutes. You did a great job. You answered some real questions.
The man came to his office twice, like, like trying to close the.
Talking about 3 threesomes in your life. The dynamics.
I gotta
gave everything.
Nah, but this was super fun. I appreciate it. I love everybody here, listening. All the everybody watching, listening. You guys are all amazing people, man. Have the best and the most grand day. I'm gonna try to, get me a truck and get on out of here. And yeah.
All right. Well, thank you. And y'all, thank you for tuning in. This actually was a great episode. I really enjoyed episode 20.
Part 2.
I really did. All right, we're going to do part 2 next week. We got to. Okay. Or even if you can't do next week, we can do it again.
All right, we'll figure it out.
Okay.
All
right, y'all. Well, thank you for tuning in. And I'll see y'all next week. I'll see y'all next Thursday. I hope that was fun, y'all. That was interesting, That was really interesting. That actually went better than I thought it would. Yeah, that was a great episode. I hope you guys learned some things. We didn't get through all the questions. There was definitely some things that I didn't get to. There was questions in the DMs that I didn't get to. So whenever we do this again, I'll make sure that we try to get through more questions. Some of the topics came up. I didn't expect that to go. We should do a podcast. That would be a very interesting podcast. That would be. Anyway, y'all have a great night, and I will see you guys next Monday for Miracle Monday. Okay?
Care that we're drowning? Don't you care? Don't you?